Hi everyone, it's Tammy with Frou-frou Studio. Welcome back. As you can see, I have a big mess here on my desk. I have been working on the Life of Jennie kind of folio journal thing, and I thought I would turn the camera on and we could make some things together to put in here. So, let's get started. I have several journal cards and tags and such that I want to do. We'll start with this one here. This is just a pocket that is a flip down, if you remember. And I have just a card in here that I'm going to use as a journal card. And I'm going to just leave the back of it because I think that's wide enough to write on. And actually, I might use this side. No, I'm going to use this side. I'm going to start by rounding these corners off. Excuse my reach. Just because I think it makes for this particular journal, which is not as grungy as most that I do, I just think it'll give it a better look. And I'm going to ink around the pages. Again, I apologize for my piles, but I have several things going at the same time for this one as I was running across them, so they're all just laying here. And then I'm going to use, this is a vintage advertising card for a piano. So I am going to glue this down here. And yes, it has a lovely picture on the other side, but I want to use this side. So we will ignore the fact that it has a picture on the back and glue it down. I think I want it about right there. And then in order to kind of blend it in, I'm going to take a little bit of something and put right there, which I should have already decided on. And I haven't. Alright, where is... I know I have some... sheet music. I don't want to cover where it says pianos. So I think I'm going to tear it about right here. That on. Okay, like that. And then I'm going to put some kind of tab up here because it's going in the pocket like this. Totally not necessary really, but I want to kind of like that too. Okay, let's make a tab. Tab, tab, tab. Focus, focus. Let's use this. I knew it was going to go flying. I was trying to do it so it wouldn't end up across the room somewhere. So hope everybody's doing well today, and I appreciate y'all joining me. If you have not subscribed, it would help me tremendously if you did. And please like and share this video. All these things help me show up on YouTube for other people who have not found me yet. I don't promote my channel near as much as I need to. I think I may put those on there as well. That's kind of pretty, isn't it? Let's do that. This is a Tim Holtz piece. Do I want it at the top or the bottom? I think I like it at the bottom better. It looks too busy at the top. Alright, so let's put that down. Not on the pianos. Okay, let me get a paper towel and clean that up a little bit where I slid it. Alright, so there's our card. And it's going to go down in the pocket. I think I can go ahead and put it in there. And then I have this piece, which is one of the little Tim Holtz strips. I'm going to run it across here. Glue it on. And then I have somewhere there it is. I was starting to say I have a little bird, a couple of birds. And I'm going to put those on here. Like that. And then this is where one of the cabinet cards is going to go. And I'm going to put this little piece of lace in this button just up in the corner. And I feel like it may need something pink. What do I have? I still cannot find, guys, my little tin of little bitty labels. Or, you know, little bitty pieces. I can't figure out what I did with them. What I did with that tin. Let me see. I don't think I have any really little bitty ones in my big label box. Especially, I don't think I have anything in pink. That might work. Oh, I bet I know where that is. I may have to look in a minute. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I think I'm going to sew this button just so it has string through the button, because I think it looks better when they have string. Yeah, the eye on that one's too small for the button. Okay, I'm gonna try this one. Hopefully I can get it through. So what are you guys working on? I'm really enjoying working on this one. I don't do a lot of Victorian stuff. I prefer 20s, 30s through that time period more than I do the Victorian. So a lot of the stuff I do is based on that time period. I'm just going to go around this a couple of times just to kind of secure the button. Nothing fancy. Tying a knot in the bottom, or trying to. I still haven't cut my nails, so they're still quite in the way. I need to get to it. Okay. Oops. Somehow I got my lace caught up in there. That's okay. I don't mind. Alright, so I'm going to glue that right up in the corner there, just so it can be a little bit of decoration on the card. And then that is going to slide right in there. So there's our first one. Done, done, and done. Alright, so on this first page, oh, I put the signature in, and it is just mostly blank paper that you can write on. I did put some sheet music in here, and I put some nice crinkly papers and some tea-dyed papers, and I used all different sizes. I haven't inked anything yet, but I will ink at least around the edges of the papers. And the clip doesn't need to be there at the moment. I also used some of my Montgomery Ward catalog from that time period. So, and it is in with a Midori style, so it is removable. This is elastic, but this is sewn together. So if you take it out, it would be a little booklet, in other words. And then on the second side of the elastic, I have made an envelope out of an Edith Holden page and wrapped it around. So this part is not removable. It just has a little envelope. And that's where I'm going to do this cabinet card with a little fixture. But what I want to do right now is I want to make a journal card to go on this front piece here. And I'm going to use this, which is the cover of old sheet music. And I found this on free, free images or whatever, royalty-free images. And it's from, I don't think it has a year on it, but it's just a copy of the front of an old sheet music. And I'm going to put this pink paper on the back of it so it's not just white. And we're just going to make a really simple little journal card to go on this first page of the signature. At this point, we may embellish further later with like a corner or a page edge tuck. Maybe with one that is fabric scraps or lace scraps or something like that. But for the right now, I just want to get the journal card made. So I'm going to just cut around it. And I'm sure you couldn't see that. I had to bring it up to my face so I could see it. I have on my new subscription for my glasses. And, oh, I want to round these corners. And they are bifocals. And, of course, you know, if you wear bifocals, you have to get used to where to look and how to turn your head. And I had previously just had glasses that were for working on the computer and, you know, close-up work, not doing anything to adjust my eyesight far away, which my eyesight looking far away is just, it wasn't perfect, but it was, I could not wear my glasses and be absolutely fine. As a matter of fact, I could not wear my glasses when I was driving because the others were made for close-up work, and I couldn't read the signs or anything because they were blurry because I had on those, you know, computer glasses or whatever, so I would have to take my glasses off to drive. Well, in these bifocals, I can see both now, which is good, but my eyes aren't used to them yet, or I'm not used to them yet, like how to look through them. So, if you see me pull something off screen for a second, it's because I've had to pull it up to my face so that I can see. Alright, so my idea is to put this little journal card here behind this this is a piece of waxed paper. So it has a nice crinkly, transparent value to it. So I wanted to put something behind it, but not necessarily, you know, here, of course, because this isn't stable enough to hold anything. But I think by putting it here, it gives a really nice look, and a nice look from here to here. Which I think you can see that from here to here. Which, if you followed me for a while, you'll know how I look at spreads is what you can see in its entirety all the way across. For example, you know, when I laid all this out, I was looking from here to here because I knew that's what I could see with it being laid open. So that's something to think about when you are putting your pages together is, you know, don't just think about one single page or even a double page, but if you, like in this one, have, you know, areas that go beyond that double page, think about what you're putting behind it as well, and you'll get a much more cohesive look in your journals, in my opinion. course, you know, you can do whatever you feel like and whatever you think looks good to you. So I'm going to clip that on there. So in this back part, you'll see all I've done so far is I've put this picture of Jennie was actually a tintype, and so I've put it in this little tuck right here, and then I have a tag right here that is for a cotillion that I have put in here, and I probably need to cut a piece of twine and put in that tag just so I don't forget it later. Okay, and that goes right in there. All right, so the area I want to focus on next is when you flip this down. So when you flip this down, we've got this area here, which has a belly band, and this piece of, this is one of the Tim Holtz wallpaper pieces. It had this scalloped little thing already cut out because it was in my scrap bin. And I'm assuming that I did that to make some kind of something. I don't know. But I didn't want to waste the piece because I really love the pattern that's on here. So I have a journal card that we're going to make for that. Somewhere over here. And we're going to handle the fact that there is a hole right there. Okay, so what I have for this one is I have this piece of Tim Holtz paper. Again, this was made from a scrap, and I rounded the edges. And I have a piece of book page that is from A Midsummer Night's Dream, Shakespeare. I do have some music that I'm going to put down here. I have this digital, which is by the Digital Collage Club of this lovely lady. And that is going to go approximately right there. And then I have this bird sticker, and I'm going to put the bird sticker down here, and that is what is going to show through the window. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to glue all these other pieces down, and then I'm going to go in and kind of mark where that sticker needs to be. So we'll do the Shakespeare first. This is an old book that I found at the thrift store. And I like it because not only are the pages very yellowed, but the book itself was probably about the size of this journal card. And so the writing is really small. And so you can use it on smaller pieces, and it looks really good because the words are not so big, if that makes sense. I think I want this about right here. Yeah. So if I go right under Puck's little line there. Oh, I didn't put the... Didn't glue the music paper down, did I? Okay. We won't press that down yet. Okay, and then this will go up under here. And that one probably needs to have something on the back of it. That's going to be hard to write on. So let's see what I can find for that. Looking through my scrap bin to see if I have a piece big enough. I may not. I need to make some coffee dye paper, but I hate it. I hate making it. Usually I end up ordering it because I talk myself out of it. I love junk journaling, but there are some things that I just cannot stand to do, and coffee dyeing paper is one of them. I think I'm too impatient. I think that's part of my deal. Oh, don't tell me I don't have anything over here. Okay, well, I'll worry about covering that off camera. I'm not gonna hold up the video for me trying to find a piece of paper to put on the back of that. All right, so now I'm gonna put this in here where I want it, and I'm just gonna draw like a little circle here so I can be sure and get my sticker in the right spot, and then I'll erase it. And I have no idea where this sticker came from. May have gotten it in a Happy Mail or something. Alright, so put it on there. And then we'll take my white eraser. You should always erase with a white eraser, guys. It's cleaner, and you don't have to worry about it smudging whatever else you have going on. And it is great for cleaning vintage ephemera as well. My mom used to sell books online, and that's what she would clean her books with if she found writing in them or little smudges that needed to be cleaned up, as a white eraser. And you can get them like this, or you can get them even smaller. I have a really tiny one. I don't think I have it out. But I have a really tiny one that I use for pastels and color pencils, and it has like almost a pencil tip on it. And then you can also use, you know, like the rectangle shaped. Anything as long as it's a white eraser and not the normal orange. Okay, so then that will slide in there, and our little bird will fit right in there. So that one kind of needs a tab coming out this side, doesn't it? So what do we want to make that tab out of? Go through my scraps over here. Maybe this. Which way does it need to go to be like this? I should have just left my tab thing down there. Come on, there we go. All right. I'll put it over here to my side this time, so I won't have to reach and get it if I need it again. All right, we'll glue this one on. Make sure I get it on there straight. All right, so there is that one. Next one we're going to address is what's going to go in this big pocket. Oh, and by the way, these down here at the bottom, let's see if I can get this moved up. I have already put vintage calling cards in the front pockets. So there's that one there. And trust me, there's one in there. I'll have to take that paper clip off. But I have not put anything in the envelopes yet. So we already have that part half taken care of anyway. So now we're going to address the card for this big pocket back here. And I'm going to move this out of the way. And for that one, I have this big journaling card, which you never get to do anything that big in a journal, so it's kind of cool. And this is where I am going to put Jennie and her husband on this one. Get all my bits and pieces here. All right, so what I'm going to do for this one is I'm going to do kind of an up tuck and a bottom tuck. And that way I can stick one of the cards in the up tuck and one in the bottom tuck. So this is just all scrapbook paper that I cut to length, and I will have to re-round or cut around that corner. So I'm wanting to glue the two ends and across the top. just making sure it didn't matter which way it was facing, and it does not. So all my grandkids and my daughter went back to school today. So my daughter is Dean of Students for 7th and 8th grade in elementary school. And then I have a sophomore in high school, 7th grader, and a 3rd grader. So she posted pictures of this morning of their first day of school. They all look so cute. They go to private school, so they all had their little cute little uniforms on this morning. Alright, so this one we're going to do on the side. And then my son's son, stepson, he's a stepson. They homeschool him, so I guess every day is the first day of school for him. But he would be in the 1st grade if he actually went. I mean, he's in the 1st grade, but you know what I mean, if he actually went to a school instead of was homeschooled. And I don't think that's a forever plan for them. It just worked out better. For his kindergarten year. So they're not in a great school district where they live. It's a great area where they live, but the school is just not terrific as far as testing scores and stuff like that. It's really rural. I don't mean to make it sound like they live in a bad area, because they don't. It's just really a rural area where they are. So alright, so that is a Tim Holtz strip as well. Make sure I didn't glue these. I did not. And then I'm going to put this little digital floral down at the bottom. I didn't cut all the way, completely fussy cut these, because you can see how detailed that is. So I left just a little bitty white area. Just trying to see where I needed to put my glue here. So we're gonna glue this area down in the center. Oh, no, 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 no. See how that messed up? I want to put this lace on here. I'm going to use Fabri-Tac for that. I'm getting ahead of myself, wasn't I? About messed up. Luckily, I saw that lace sitting there. Okay, and then I want to glue this on some cardstock or something, and because it's not going to be sturdy enough to set on that lace by itself. Okay, this is pretty sturdy. We'll use this. Okay, I'm going to cut around this, but in the meantime, what will happen is this will set in here, and this will tuck here. Alright, where's my little scissors? Let me cut around this real quick. Of course, I don't know how quick I can do it, but I'll try my best to do it as quickly as I can. So when do your kiddos go back to school? I know when we were in school, we didn't go back till after Labor Day, but I grew up in Charleston. It was very hot, and at that time, there were quite a few people that did not have air conditioner, which I can't even fathom living in South Carolina without an air conditioner. But it was true back when I was in school. And so they always waited to after Labor Day, you know, for hoping that it would be cooler, which, you know, there's not really, and this may have changed since I was there, but, you know, I was there from the 3rd grade until, you know, I graduated high school, and I remember it snowing one time, the whole time I was there, that was any kind of significant snow whatsoever, and the whole city about shut down because nobody knew how to handle it. As a matter of fact, that my mom, who was a nurse, you know, that was considered essential worker, of course, the highway patrol actually came to our house and picked her up so that she could get to the hospital to go to work. And she actually took like an overnight bag with her because she didn't know if or when the next person would be coming in. And so she was just going to stay at the hospital until somebody could relieve her that could get to work. I mean, that's how bad it was. But that, like I said, that happened once. Nobody had snow tires, or nobody had snow shovels or anything like that, because the weather just never snowed any significant amount. I barely remember even having a heavy coat to wear in the winter. Usually a jacket was sufficient. And then, you know, summers were miserable. That's just all you can say about it. Very humid, very hot. And so we never went back to school till after Labor Day to, you know, kind of cut down on how hot it was in the classroom, because of course schools did not have air conditioner at all. We have box fans. Alright, now let's glue this down. I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. But we didn't get out of school till like June 1st. So even though we started later, you know, we went to school, it seems like longer than other people did. Where here, you know, they get out in May, and they also they take a fall break and then winter break over Christmas and a spring break. So I guess it all works out about the same in the end. We do have a couple of areas around here, a couple of school districts that go to school year-round, where, you know, they go a few weeks and then they're out for like a week and then they go back. We have a couple of areas that do that, but it's not wildly popular here. All right, so there is that one. And that will now go in this big pocket here. Hopefully. I probably should have put a gusset on there, or made my card not as thick, but I think it'll go. And I can stretch it out a little bit too. I probably shouldn't try to put it in there with it wet. So, this one will need a tab on the side as well. And I'm going to take it back out just until it dries, so we don't get it stuck in there. But yeah, I like that idea of the top tuck and the bottom tuck. And you could reverse it. You know, you could put this guy, maybe in the bottom, and her in the top, if you wanted to do it that way. So either way it works. All right, so let's do a side tab for this one. Something with a little bit of green, I think. Looking across my spread. Yeah, I think we want something green, or with green in it, anyway. I hate to cut that whole piece of paper for that. Oh, here's the same one. It's already been cut. Let's use it. Okay. Come on, get down in there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, folks. I can't get it. There we go. Flying. He went flying right in the floor this time. All right, got it. Okay, I'm going to put them back the way I had it. I prefer her at the bottom because of her hair. And put him at the top. Okay. Put this right here. Do I want it that way or this way? I think I want it this way. If you're going to change your mind with art glitter glue, you have to do it immediately or it's going to be too late. So if you think you're not where you want to be or whatever, take it off right away. Alright, and I'm going to trim this off so we don't have any hangy bits. And then this is definitely wide enough to still write on, so I'm not going to do anything to the back of that one. I think this is all fairly dry now. So, let me take my ruler and put it in there and stretch it out just a little bit. So it'll fit in there better. You don't want to do this too hard or you'll rip your pockets, but if you just kind of gently put it in there and push to the bottom of the pocket, you'll stretch your pocket and give yourself more room. Okay. And there we go. So there is that one. And I think I have one more, but let me see. Nope, we're at the time. All right, so that's pretty good for today. We did this one with a card, which I have to back. And then we did this one with a lovely lady on here and the little bird fitting through the hole. We did this one that has Jennie and her husband, Horatio, I think. is his name. And I didn't make that up. And then this journal card with the pink coffee dyed paper on the back. And like I said, I may end up putting like a side tuck right here or some kind of lace little side tuck or a paper scrap side tuck, something like that. I don't know yet what I'll do. And then that's it. That's all we did today. And I appreciate you guys joining me, and I hope you enjoy it. And let me know what you're thinking about the journal. And I will see you guys back on Tuesday for nothing but neutrals. Until then, everybody have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you then. Bye.